Today we're at the Village Recording Studio, Studio D, studio with a ton of history in Los Angeles, and we're recording the main titles for the animated series.
You know, as soon as we had the idea to do the animated show, I knew that we wanted to do a theme song. And then the question then is, all right, what style are we going after? Are we going after the 80s rock thing, or the more like 90s Animaniacs, Tiny Toon style?
We listened to Mask, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like all these classic songs.
We talked about Aqua Teen Hunger Force hip hop style, we talked about Animaniacs orchestrated style, but at the end of the day, you gotta go Mask.
I normally work in television as an orchestrator. I work for composer Bear McCreary. We work on shows like The Walking Dead, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Damien. So I've been a Patreon subscriber since day one. Big fan of your guys' podcast, especially Greg and Colin going back to the IGN days. So heard about it when you guys posted the whole funding campaign you were doing in January, and then just thought I would send out an email, and lo and behold, you guys got back to me.
The process was pretty straightforward. Corey kind of came to us originally with sort of a temp track that was more MIDI and synth. He had laid down, I think, a guitar part for it and did some vocals on his own. And he, you know, we could have left it at that and just polished that up a little bit, but Corey really wanted to push it a little bit harder, and he gave us the option of saying, like, look, we have this opportunity to record in this historic studio. We have an opportunity to bring in real musicians and kind of see what that sound might sound like. Do you want to do that? And we said, hell yes, why not? What a great experience.
This has got to be the most fun I've had in a very long time. With something like this genre, and especially with kind of what you guys do as a company, we're able to bring in musicians and just say, what do you bring to the table? How can you take our vision of just this simple song and just make it better? And that was what we had today with Brendan McCreary coming in and just killing everything.
You know, my favorite part about this is that I get to just sit back and be the producer. Like I get to just let other people create stuff and then be like, ooh, change this a little bit, or oh, this doesn't feel right, I want it that way. And it's cool because we're working with professionals. These are guys that do this for their livelihood, and it's cool that you'll see them and they just instantly vibe with each other. They instantly know exactly what they need to be doing.
Part of the reason we want to do this is because this is an education for us as well. Like, going through all this process, this is my first time in a real recording studio with actual studio musicians, laying down tracks for something that we are making.
Everything that Kinda Funny does is so inspiring to me. The fact that you have this independent group that can just go out and make the kind of content that you know that your Patreon subscribers want, and to be able to at the same time pursue things that you guys love. And so with the animated series, to find something that you guys were so passionate about inspires me, and it creates this atmosphere to where we can pretty much do whatever we want. And thank you to all the Patreon subscribers for giving us the financial support for us to be here and to bring in such high quality musicians and everyone else that we've had here today.
Like, obviously, thank you guys all for all the support on Patreon. Like, you're making this happen, and you're making our stupid little dreams become insane realities. And it's crazy to see that we have a cartoon that now has an amazing cartoon theme song.
To me, this is kind of like a dream project, to be able to take a group of people that I really am inspired by what you do. And so that collaboration was just, it was fun, man.
This is an awesome experience. This is something that I never actually thought I'd get a chance to do with Kinda Funny. And you guys out there, your support is proving time and time again that all of this ludicrous shit that we think is not going to be possible is possible. And we are just going to keep doing ridiculous things with your support because of you. We love you. You're awesome.